the veteran Chris Boswell, ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. Josh Downs now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Here we go. Check.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Richardson operating from the pistol. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Richardson will give it to Taylor. Finding room to the 20. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. A big run from Taylor. 32 yards. Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. And he's in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown Colts. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts will take a 7-0 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing to begin, it's Wilson. That's brought in right side by Pickens. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Hey, 0-0-0. Cut. Check. 19. Bang out. Bam. 12. Cut.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Again, Wilson. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Wilson now to throw on third down. I fumbled the football. The Colts have got it. We are through one. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The motion man here is Mitchell. A give, running right, it's Taylor. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Come on.
The motion man here is Mitchell.
60 Maverick. Ready.
They go right back to Taylor. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
Now. 19 Tiger. Check smash. 18 Pioneer. Go.
Now a give, but here comes a reverse. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Trap 50. Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Ready.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
60 Bobcat.
From the gun, Richardson. This one intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Body. 14. Spot that.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. That is caught downfield by Pickens. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Zebra.
They put Pickens in motion. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
All go special. Good shot.
On second down, Russ. This one down the field for Fryermuth. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Four down, four down. Right.
Wilson will throw again. He'll go right back to Fryermuth. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Hey guys, listen. Hey, zero.
They put Pickens in motion. To throw again is Wilson. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Check. Hey, alert.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
12.
Throwing again, Wilson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Hey. Green,
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronnie Harrison. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell.
19 Lions.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Just the lone touchdown in that first half of action. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the 3rd quarter begins. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. Going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
35.
Here's 2nd and 2.
half, left half.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Front left, front left. Fair.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
On the give, this is Taylor. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll motion over Pierce. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well.
19 tight.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And that's going to run out of steam. It comes up short. No good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game. 1st and 10.
Alert. Be alert.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. Here's Wilson. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Got it.
On 1st down, Wilson. This one is complete. It's Pickens.
Let's go.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Now a 1st carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL. On EA Sports. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close.
14, run it.
Now Russ. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
Alert.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. They need one right now.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
3rd and long. Back to throw. Wilson. And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again. Trailing late. They've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Touch 50.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
He's to the 25, accelerating toward midfield. And he is gone. 86 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts move out on top, 14-0. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Fair. Good job right there.
Here's Wilson to throw. Working free downfield, it is Williams. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10.
Jump right. Move the team. Good shot.
Now it's Wilson. And this ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and it'll be 2nd down. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion.
Alert. Cut.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a 1st down.
Got it. Hey, 0. 19. Bang out.
They'll drop to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
36 power. 12, 12. Start.
Again, Wilson. Catch is made. That is Williams. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. Wilson will throw again. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
Hey, hey.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. To throw again is Wilson. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Check. Alert.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. Here we go. 1st and goal. Austin brought in motion. They run on the jet sweep. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They'll try to run it with Harris. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal.
Go, 14.
They'll try to run with Harris. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, it's going to set up 4th down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And here we go, 4th and inches. They'll fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. And the defense has it. And the defense has to feel good about that. 4th and goal. They come up with a big play and end this drive.
In this case, Mike, the defense is thinking turnover on downs, but in this play, they actually force the turnover in the process and make a huge goal line stand to keep the offense out of the end zone.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready.
That's the tight end, Mo Cox. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end.
Well, it is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Kansas City. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Yellow. Right side.
Again, it's Pacheco. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Joe Fortson, 62 yards. And the Chiefs march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Wilson. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A first carry for Najee Harris. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Wilson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Wilson going to change things up here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Second and 10.
14.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Spot that, spot that.
Now it's Wilson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
Wilson. Here's one deep for Pickens. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Angel.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get him on the score sheet.
Yeah, now is not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 45 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Mike Williams, 53 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Fortson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Pacheco. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here? And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. He'll let it fly for Austin. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Throwing is Wilson. throw here's incomplete.
A third quarter action from Kansas City. Second down and 10.
Well, check 50, check 50. Get up for 14, 14. Hey, hey. Hey, 0. Cut.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
To throw is Wilson. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line.
Go.
Here's Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
George Pickens, 35 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy, 70 yards. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
It's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A short one there to Freiermuth. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Wilson. Flush to, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Russell Wilson taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes going deep for Hopkins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
He's still barreling through. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
14, running. Hey, alert.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The end result, 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Wilson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now 2nd and 4.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Front left.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down.
Go.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They run for it with Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Here's 1st and goal. Wilson wants a different look. Harris. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 2nd down and a few inches.
What's left?
They'll try to run with Harris. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Here it is, 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it.
this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now Mahomes.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception. Good job right there. Hey, 0-0-0. Good cut.
Now Wilson. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Yellow.
Mahomes.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
This ball intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. Down the right sideline. And the Steelers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And this win was impressive, Charles. And look, they were honest with us this week. They had this game circled on the calendar for quite a while, coming in and taking down the reigning Super Bowl champions.
And you and I both know from experience that having the title reigning Super Bowl champs is a blessing, but a curse when the next season begins, right? Because everyone circles that game on their schedule. They can't wait to come in and play, and they often do things you don't even expect because they figure, what do we have to lose? We're